Hold your horses. That's the exact statement we got from Jim Ratcliffe when he was talking about Manchester United and Ruben Amorim. He said he will give Ruben Amorim 3 years to finish his project. And I admire Jim Ratcliffe for his work that he's done on his life, the successful businesses, the way he manages his team. He definitely knows how to manage a football club. So I'm just a guy that's watching this thing from far. But based on the results on the field, not everyone is looking at this and is convinced. And when people are hearing this kind of a statement that he's going to give Ruben Amorim 3 years, people are looking at this and like, hold on a second. Why is he deciding to give this guy 3 years? You're going to look at this, maybe think about the amount of money that he might spend if he fires him and then bring another coach, because he will need to pay Amorim his money, and then that means he will also need to pay a new manager also his salary as well. So that means maybe in terms of business that will be a problem. So you rather have the guy that you hired finish his 3 years, even if things are not going well on the field. And I don't think I will do that, but the only thing I know is to run Football Manager. So I will tell you this right now. If you look at this team, like since Amorim arrived, you can see some of the things that they were trying to do, and then they more like a chaos team when they're going up front, because they will always go at people, will create a lot of chances, but they don't convert. And this season it's even bad because their stamina is playing a little bit deep. If Bruno Fernandes is playing in a central midfield position, is not going to help that team. And that's the frustration number one when it comes to fans. Why are you playing players at their wrong position? And then another frustration is, why are you always wasting substitutes when it comes to the substitution game and influencing the game? All he always does, he always bring in a defender. Who does that? Because most of the time, a lot of coaches won't change their defenders because everyone believes that their defenders are the core of the team going forward, especially if they are not bad, unless they are really, really bad. But there's a thing that we don't look at right here. Even though Jim Ratcliffe is believing in Ruben Amorim, I can tell you something. Manchester United is still a huge club and they're bringing a lot of profits. But the question is, how long they will keep on doing that if the product on the field doesn't bring the results? Because remember, football is the results-driven business. If you look at Ruben Amorim's last season, overall competition in all competition, the winning percentage is 40%. But you look at the league, he's really, really struggling. When you look at the goal difference since he started coaching Man United in the league last season, and you combine it with this season's performance, he's in a goal difference minus of 42. He's been playing a lot of games that he's even not sure what to do. Like I remember when I was watching him this season playing against Grimsley, he didn't even show that he had a plan of what to do. He was just looking at that ball, looking at those knobs, what to do. The rain was there. And then I was like, look, you are really, really struggling. So for Jim Ratcliffe to come and tell us this kind of statement and say he's going to trust Ruben Amorim to turn things around, if I've been watching football for quite some time and I think what I've seen from Ruben Amorim doesn't convince me. But look, Jim Ratcliffe knows anything better than me, because this is the guy that is running Manchester United, even though the Glazers are there. And he's telling us that he has the powers to do whatever in terms of running the football operation. Like we were told that his 25% will come with that, but the Glazers will sit back and let him run the football operations, which he did. Think about it. He came in and said, no one is going to get a free lunch, and then he cut some of the workers that were there. He said they don't need them, they are bleeding money. So that's a business-minded person. That's why I'm saying the reason why I think he will keep Amorim for 3 years is to protect his money so that he can bring another guy after that if it doesn't work with Amorim. But I'm thinking now I'm Amorim, I'm stuck for 3 years, because you could see some of the interviews that Amorim did. Most of the time, Amorim always tell us that he's trying something, people will see what he's cooking, and we've been waiting. And it's looked like the pot is not getting ready, and we want the pot to get ready so we can start eating. I can imagine the Manchester United fans that I keep on believing in him, that he will turn things around. And from the people that are talking about firing coaches doesn't help, I really get it. It really doesn't help. But what really helps you? What helps you is to have the guy that has a vision. The problem that I have with Ruben Amorim is you keep on letting players go. even if now they don't give you your 3-year contracts that you sign. But what is going to happen if some other coach decides to come and coach Manchester United? Because you look at the depth of that squad, there is no depth. And I've been concerned about this thing since the beginning of the season. I'm like, Manchester United is keep on letting players go, but they don't bring in enough. What they did, they brought in big and top guys that they think is going to change things around. But what will happen actually if one of the guys decide to get injured? They don't have players to come and replace them, and most of the players don't know how to play. Looking at Mason Mount, he's trying to come and understand Ruben Amorim's system, but you find a guy also playing in the left wing back, you find Bruno Fernandes in the central midfielder, and if you are a Manchester United, I can't imagine how this is stressing you. And I mean, for changing defenders every second half, like, what kind of the strategy is that? But I can tell you one thing, if the man is going to get 3 years, it's going to be hell of a journey. But let's talk about the thing that Jim Ratcliffe is risking here. Because think about this, if the product on the field doesn't improve, it's going to be a problem for him to sell the products, because people don't like losers, people like winners. But he trusts himself enough that Ruben Amorim promised him that he's going to change the situation on the field. And Jim Ratcliffe is like, look, I trust you. I'm the one who brought you in here. So you're going to do what I hope me and you we agreed on that, and you're going to do. And looking at that project, I kind of have worried for the Manchester United fans, because how are you going to trust a guy that has a dismal winning percentage when it comes to league games? Like, he's really not doing enough, and he's coached a lot of games. It doesn't even show you what exactly he's trying to do. And talking about the system, look at the Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield with the same system. Does the problem really mean it's the system, or it's the man? I don't understand. What do you think? Make sure that you let me know in the comments. You can subscribe, like, and share this video, and then I'll see you on the next one. Bye.